The warm breeze of summer enveloped me as I strolled along the crowded boardwalk, the distant sound of crashing waves and laughter mingling with the melody of a nearby street performer's guitar. 5 years had passed since that unforgettable summer, and the memory of her lingered in my mind like the faint scent of sunscreen. It all began in a charming coastal town, where the sea whispered promises of adventure. I had checked into the quaint Seabreeze Inn, my temporary refuge for the season. Little did I know it would be the stage for a story that would echo through the corridors of my heart for years to come. It was the first week of July when our paths crossed. The sun was painting the sky in hues of pink and orange as I stepped into the hotel's lobby, tired but excited for the escapades the coastal town promised. As fate would have it, she was checking in at the same time, her eyes sparkling like the ocean under the setting sun. "Hi," she greeted with a smile that could rival the sun itself. "Room 204 for me. What about you?" I couldn't help but be captivated by her warmth. "Room 206, right next to you, it seems." From that moment, our summer adventure unfolded like pages of a cherished novel. We explored the quaint town together, laughed until our stomachs ached, and shared secrets under the moonlit sky. Our connection grew stronger with each passing day, the hotel becoming a haven for stolen glances and stolen kisses. As the days melted into nights, the inevitable end of summer loomed over us. On the last day, with the sun dipping low on the horizon, we found ourselves at the local grocery store, a place that would forever hold a special place in my heart. The produce section was a kaleidoscope of colors, and there we stood, eyeing the same juicy orange. A playful smirk danced on her lips. "May the best person win?" Challenge accepted. We both reached for the orange simultaneously, our hands brushing against each other. Laughter erupted as the orange slipped from our grasp, rolling away. We chased it like kids, sharing a moment that felt suspended in time. In the end, we decided to split the orange, sitting on the edge of the cart and savoring each juicy segment. The taste was sweet, but the bittersweet realization of our imminent parting lingered in the air. "I wish we could stay in touch," she said, her eyes reflecting the same longing I felt. "But we didn't exchange numbers," I replied, a pang of regret echoing in my words. She nodded, a wistful smile tugging at her lips. Maybe fate will bring us together again someday. With a promise hanging in the air, we parted ways, our hearts heavy but hopeful. Now, 5 years later, I found myself standing in the familiar aisles of that very grocery store. The scent of fresh produce and memories wafted through the air. As I reached for an orange, my fingers brushed against another hand. I looked up to find her smiling, the same sparkle in her eyes. "Looks like we meet again," she said, a mix of surprise and delight in her voice. I couldn't believe it. Fate had indeed worked its magic. We spent the next hour catching up on the chapters of our lives written in the 5-year gap. The connection we once shared rekindled effortlessly, like a flame reignited after years of smoldering. As we stood there, surrounded by groceries and memories, I realized that some stories have a way of finding their way back to the beginning. It was as if time had folded, bringing us back to that summer when our love story began. The orange, once again, became a symbol of our connection. With a shared smile, we decided to split it, just like we did that unforgettable day 5 years ago. Sitting on the edge of the grocery cart, we savored each juicy segment, the taste of the orange mingling with the sweetness of rediscovered love. And in that ordinary grocery store, amidst the everyday hustle, we fell in love all over again. Proof that sometimes the most extraordinary love stories are written in the most ordinary places.